Watch, aka Overwatch 2. What a game. This game has given me more dopamine rushes than any other game I have played. As an adult that has way too much free time and has far too much time on their hands, and that has adult money to spend freely whenever I like, aside from bills. We don't talk about it. Shh. Well, maybe aside from little nightmares. But the satisfaction of winning a game that you didn't think was possible is and always will be gratifying to me. Now, I will not nitpick the game itself because there are problems and issues of which the gaming creators have already spoken about thus far. And quite frankly, I don't have anything else to add to it. However, I want to put in my 2 cents that nobody fucking asked for. I loved Overwatch, but now I don't as much. I fell out of love with the game. Back when I first played Overwatch, I was a console player, and all was well and good. I enjoyed myself, had a decent ranking on competitive, and climbing didn't feel impossible. Then I switched to PC, and it got a whole lot worse. Suddenly, climbing was so much harder. The game's more stress-inducing. And especially when you're fresh to a PC from, console gaming, it was a scary pool to be shoved in all of a sudden. But now I have adjusted to the keyboard and PC gaming as a whole, so I can open my fat ass mouth about it. Here are 3 things that I noticed when playing Overwatch since its release that stressed me the fuck out. Number 1, pinging. Nobody pings, or they ping too late, or they spam ping. Fucking hell, if there is someone attacking you or you want people to know where you died, giving the team information, and literally nobody is on comms, ping. If there's a player targeting you, ping. If you want to push together, ping it, please. There are literal options you can use to alert the team to help or to direct movements in the game. Use it. Spam pinging is hell. I understand that players need healing in most cases, but supports have a lot of healing to do. It's not just for you. Give us some time to get to you, and sometimes whilst annoying, you do have to die sometimes, okay? I know, I get it. Calm down. But it's the truth. So ping in moderation and consider that supports have other tasks to do. For example, playing as Ana, anti-nading the enemy is one of the most beneficial things you can do for your team to win a team fight. And that way you can capitalize on it and you could potentially win a team fight. That's just one example. I think that pinging is really, really important, and it can help save a team when you have no talking comms. And I am guilty of not pinging sometimes, and I need to get better at it if I continue to play the game, which sometimes, not a lot, but I will come back once or twice, maybe. Second point is, nobody talks. The encounters that you get when you do talk put you off. And I'm going to give you a real life example that happened to me one day, maybe about a year and a half ago. So, in both quick play and comp, talking is relatively non-existent majority of the time. There are games that need comms, and Overwatch is one of them, and I believe that strongly. However, the problem when you do talk is you get slated over and over, yelled at in some cases, and other various situations that are very uncomfortable for a person to experience. Here is the example I was talking about. Here is a trigger warning for you. If you are sensitive to uncomfortable topics, please skip ahead. I was playing a match. I was being a crafty little hacker lady, aka Sombra, doing somber things, hacking here, hacking there, and dwindling the backline as much as possible. My other DPS wasn't pushing along with the tanks, and of course I'm not a DPS that is optimal and gets the most use out of being with the team. I am more useful picking on supports in the back and doing crafty little kills, as you would imagine. That's natural as a Sombra player. Naturally, I asked my other DPS to push along with the tank. I literally just said, "Can you push?" That's all. And his immediate reaction was to slate me about my damage compared to his, even though my kills were higher at the time. And you know this, it's not always about the numbers, it's not always about the damage that you do unless you are in metal ranks, which unfortunately I am. So that didn't matter to this player in particular. Once he realized that I was a woman, he then proceeded to tell me how he would find my home and do things I cannot mention on this app, on this site, to both me and my mother. You would think, fuck, dude, that sounds horrible. But it gets even worse, because the friend who I was playing with at the time mentioned the same thing to this guy on comms, and because he was a dude, all was well. This exact same comment to push, and the reaction was vastly different. The person actually welcomed it and even thanked my friend at the end of the game for saying it. Foul. Absolutely fucking foul, I know. And whilst we all know they're not serious and they're only trolling, it was still just as disgusting to hear such a vile comment. That put me off speaking on comms for a really long time, and still, I don't really do it to this day. You can imagine why. Finally, for the last point that I'm going to talk about is competitive. And competitive, well, it sucks. End of story. Moving on. What? Don't look at me like that. Did you really think that I was gonna talk about competitive? No way. I will sum it up though. Comp points suck, the golden jade weapons suck, and being in metal ranks also is not a fun fucking time. And most people hate. They hate being stuck in metal ranks. They hate the team compositions that we get in metal ranks, and the fact that nobody wants to fucking listen to each other at any point whatsoever. A few things about Overwatch that I do like are the event games like Winton Volleyball in summertime. You will definitely see me on Overwatch for the entire duration of summer, or even the Halloween events. I enjoyed the hell out of those events and played genuinely for fun. That is something that Blizzard has done correctly, even if a lot of people don't think so. That is my humble opinion. I personally enjoy it, and I even stream it at some points too. It's amazing, and I've met wonderful Overwatch players on those game modes. But other than that, not much anymore. Not even the skins are like a wow factor for me anymore. I don't sit and look at a skin and I'm like, oh, I need that skin. I desire that skin. I think there's only one skin that I really wanted, and it was a Mei skin. That has been it for the past few seasons. Not much about the game makes me feel good, and when I do load into the game, I'm anticipating the amount of time it will take for me to close it back again. I mainly play the game with friends now that I don't really play any other game with, just to spend some time with them for the most part. And again, it's for a very specific game mode. Don't get me wrong, I will still play the game, and I do play the game here and there, but it's not something that I am excited for anymore. The excitement is gone. Listen, I know I said finally, but I also just want to add this in there, but Mauga, dot, period, that's it. End of fucking story. Just Mauga's existence, get the hell out of here. I do not like Mauga as a tank. I do not like his kit. I don't like anything about him. He needs to be deleted from the game. Anyway, aside from that, he's hot. Okay, that's it. That's really it. Do I recommend the game to new players to enjoy and have fun with? The short answer is no. No, I don't. I really do not. Save yourself the suffering of dealing with these things that I mentioned along in this video. Stay sane and stay healthy, and that means do not load up Overwatch. And that is all for this video today. Thank you so much for listening to me rant about Kakawatch, aka Overwatch. Please do like and subscribe, and comment down below about something that you dislike or have a hatred for in the game that is Overwatch. It can be a character, it can be a map, it can be the actual state of the game, if you wish, and we can maybe have a conversation about it in the comment section. I look forward to seeing your comment. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye bye!